How you folks doing? Hero of None with your Mundus Minutes for March 1st, 2019. So, Ratstone DLC dropped this Monday for PC and will be on consoles on March 12th. This includes 2 new DLC dungeons, a new PvP zone for Battlegrounds, an update to the Guild Trader and Zone Guide UIs, racial changes, which also included a skill point refunds for racials. Make sure to set your skill points again, because if you go into racials, you're going to find they're all gone. And also included 3 rename tokens and 3 race change tokens, which you can get through your character select screen. They'll be down in the lower right hand side there. When you click on a character, you'll see the little icons. Click on them in the lower right hand and you can change your race or change your name if your meme name no longer works. So that's the news currently we have on. Next, we're going to take a look at the Luxury Merchant and on the Golden Merchant. The black screen goes away. So currently on the Luxury Merchant, you have mostly Redguard stuff right now. Hugh's Bane in particular. Hugh's Bane Candlestick for 2,500. Hugh's Bane Rug for 5,000. Hugh's Bane Well for 10,000. Redguard Raincatcher Golden, and a Redguard Tent Squared Silk. Out of all these, I'd probably say the big ones to get are the Well, which is kind of a nice big structure, which is actually only 10k, and the Tent, even though it's 100k, you kind of rarely see some of these tents around, and they are kind of nice to have around. On the Golden Merchant today, you have Defiler's Necklace, which is out of Morrowind, which weapon damage, weapon critical, and when you do critical damage, you'll have 8% chance to summon a hunger, spews poison on enemies, deals 8k damage, and stuns the enemy for 5 seconds, if I concur every 5 seconds. Honestly, kind of a easy starter item to get, and a lot of people already have this. I would probably just say go to Morrowind, or take a look at Guild Traders and just buy a purple set of this. Livewire, which is out of the Clockwork City DLC. Healing taken, maximum healing taken, and when you take damage, you have 25% to overload your circuits, and applying concussion to all enemies in the 8-meter radius around you. Healing for 1,000 health for each enemy hit. This effect can occur every 8 seconds. I kind of like this set for a tank build if you're gonna just be like sitting around blocking a lot of things and taking the damage when you hit them. It also gets concussion on top of it, but there's other sets that are a little bit better. Leeching set comes to mind as being a little bit more heal worthy. The concussion again is nice to have, but there's other procs that can give this, and 25% to overload your circuits with 8 seconds cooldown. Not the greatest, unfortunately. And that's for 150k. For 250k, you can get the Combat Physician, which is Magicka, spell critical, and when you critically heal a target, grant them a damage shield over 8,195 damage over 6 seconds. If I concur once every 6 seconds. This is a dungeon one. I believe this one is Vulcan card. I can never pronounce the name of it. But an average set, not really great for healers in general. That damage shield on critical heals is okay. It is 6 seconds, but really not enough for PvP, and 8k inside PvE. There's other sets that give like 12k on top of that, so kind of weak on that. Sword Dancer, weapon critical, max stamina, weapon damage, and adds 450 weapon damage to your dual wield abilities. Might be okay if it wasn't just dual wield abilities. You use a lot of other abilities in general that this weapon damage just isn't that useful. So probably would skip out on this one here. Additionally, you can get the purple set with only a little bit less weapon damage here for pretty cheap, and it's a zone drop too. No, it's not a zone drop. It's trying to remember. I think this is the same one, but maybe that. I cannot remember. It's either Celine's Web or one out of Alakir Deserts, which I cannot remember, unfortunately. But honestly, not that great of a set to be using in general. So that covers the golden jewelry. The helmets, which are currently 100k. You can get Engine Guardian, which gives health recovery, and when you use an ability, you have 10% chance to summon a Dwemer or Automaton, restoring 1,162 health, stamina, or magicka every 0.5 seconds for 6.5 seconds. So this gives a lot of recovery to it, but unfortunately, the Guardian that the Dwemer that it summons here can also be bashed and can sometimes just wander off or get hit as well. So not 100%, like a great way to build up some of that recovery there. Addition to that, it's also random on if it's going to give health, stamina, or magicka. So you could do a stamina ability and get magicka recovery. So you may want it, but I could probably say you could just go ahead and run the dungeon, which is actually a pretty easy dungeon, Darkshade 2, and get this helmet a lot easier. The other one is Troll King, which is 2% heal or 2% healing done, and when you heal a friendly target while they're below 50% health, health recovery is increased by 1,494 for 10 seconds. It's actually a pretty good set to get. This comes out of Blessed Crucible, and if you don't want to have to run that dungeon over and over again, because it is kind of a long dungeon, kind of more difficult to farm because you can't really skip over some parts, you might actually want to buy this for 100k. You can also get the Impenetrable set, which is where this is primarily used because this is a PvP set that primarily stamina users use. Yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty good buy. I would definitely recommend getting the heavy version of this. Stamina builds typically go with 5 medium, 2 heavy. Even magicka versions can still get some benefit out of this. And I see even vampires, even though this is health recovery, still will get a good amount of health recovery to heal themselves up when they're below 50%. Remember, health recovery is not affected by Battle Spirit, which is one of the reasons this set is primarily used to heal stamina characters. Anyways, guys, that's your Mundus Minute for March 1st. I'll see you all on Tamriel.